What's up, guys? Here with another video, and in this video, I'll be talking about my ultrasound result, right? And also doctor and how's my injury, right? So obviously, I went to every appointment, and my test came back normal, right? The ultrasound, is supposed to check like blood clot or anything, or any vein, or abnormal, blood flow, but I don't have any of those problems, and how did I get injured? Well, it's probably due to to muscle fatigue or overtraining, right? I mean, I've been seeing like no significant bruises, so that's another proof of like why I don't have blood cloth. But my feet is turning like kind of like light blues because of poor circulation because I've been lying in bed for like a week, like just constantly just could not get up. And yeah, man, I think I just sprained my muscle. I mean, that has to be the only reason why I'm in this in this circumstances, right? So now like because everything came back normal now, I have looked as dumb as ever, and I just could not believe it, man. And now because of all this proof from the doctor, all this negative results, so that means like how they end up getting injured and whose fault is that it's clearly my fault. That has to be it, because if my body has issue, then that came out of nowhere and I don't know about it, then it's not my fault. But this has to be my fault because I overtrained myself in the past. I think the reason why your muscles acting up or become fatigued or somehow we get injured and it takes a long time to recover is because you overtrain yourself. I've been hearing it so many times that if you overwork your body or if you keep continuing to push your body to your limit and without enough recovery, and if you'll continue to abuse your body, then it will give up on you. And this is exactly what's happening. So I think my muscle is protesting against me. And yeah, like injuries happen all the time, but if you overworked it, then your muscle's gonna give up on you, and this is what's happening. It's like protesting against me right now. It does not want to do work. I put a little pressure on it. I even stand and it hurts already. Like I cannot believe I've been out of work for like over weeks, probably like almost 2 weeks already, and this is how powerful injuries is. So injuries can take a long time to heal, and it can permanently change your status, right? Yeah, I get really obsessed, like beating my record and running, and this is what happens, like when I get extremely impatient, and this is what happens, injuries gets appear. I think I need to stop being the old Vince, right? You're right, man. Being the old Vince will probably get me nowhere in life. That's just a fact. And I've been saying it. I've been saying it every single year. And no, I didn't listen, right? I mean, people should not feel sorry for me, if I did this to myself, right? If something unfortunate happened to you and it's not your fault, then people can feel sorry for you. But if you did it to yourself, then you cannot feel sorry, man. I don't know. It doesn't matter like how much pain you're in, right? So not only I waste time and being laid off now, I waste, now to pay the medical bill, so which is expensive too. So I'm gonna lose like a lot of money just because of this problem. So yeah, this is probably, I mean, it is a good thing that I didn't severely damage myself, because I think from this injury, this is probably a warning. If I'm back to normal, this is probably a warning saying that I better not push my body too hard, or else something worse can happen, right? And of course, anything can happen to you. Anything can happen to anyone, and things can only get worse and worse. I don't think I should get muscle therapy. I just, should just rest at home. You don't know the consequence of being overtrained, because either you haven't been there before, or either you've been there before, but you just don't understand it enough, right? You can talk to like some coaches and stuff like that. I think this is a common injury, that happens to everyone, Maybe I'm just a whiner complainer, or maybe I'm just being too sensitive, But hey, you're not me, so you don't know what kind of pain you're dealing with, right? I know the ultrasound became, back normal, and maybe I should stop visiting a doctor because they're not going to find any more problems. They're not going to detect, a sprained muscle or something like that. Maybe the muscle act up. Or maybe the nerve system between the thigh and the here is probably messed up. Who knows? Maybe there's some other unknown problem I may not know of. But yeah, things are just, normal for me. Right? I mean, if this was normal, maybe I've been in worse pain. I mean, that would agree. Because if you have blood clot, you should at least see bruising or you should at least go to an emergency. But that wasn't my case. That's why, my mom told me, like, don't call 911 because I'm in pain. Just because I feel high amounts of pain and my heart rate was, like really high, that doesn't mean I go to the hospital because they'll send me back home again. This is exactly what happened, to people, thinking their life is so in danger, but they're not. They're going to be fine. They just need some more rest. They just have to deal with the pain, right? Look, man, when you exercise, you have to listen to your body. Okay? If it's tired, then stop. If it tells you keep going, then keep going. And yeah, everybody has a limit, so you should know your limit. But like I said, maybe I have to stay off running for a while, so yeah, because due to overtraining, your muscle actually start losing their capacity, and this is what I'm feeling. I notice that I'm running less and less and less, and I think there's a certain extent, like where I damage the muscle so much that it does not want to go full capacity anymore, right? And people say that, in this, when they study saying that, it even take 1 year to, get back to normal, and that is simply true because of how much pain I'm in right now. Look, man, you can just Googly type up, the website stuff, say like grade 1, grade 2 strain, or grade 3 strain. I don't think I have any of those grade strain, but it say that it usually takes about like 1 or 2 months to heal, but the internet may not be correct. Some people may take a lot longer to heal, and that is true. Do not always trust what the internet said sometimes too, because it said, oh, your injury will heal that time, but what if you wait for like, let's say 1-2 months and nothing happens, and you still, injured, do nothing, right? Yeah, so it's best, to visit a doctor. You never know what the problem is, but look, like I have no problem with my body. It just looks like I'm the one who's causing the body the problem, right? So yeah, I knew, like being this type of person, being this type of opens is a problem. I just know it. I know it, and you know it, right? I've been ranting of it since since last year, and now this year, this year, I finally wake up and realize I have gone nowhere in life, right? Yeah, so I'm using heat pad. I'm just using everything necessary to heal my body. I mean, there's reason why I don't want to go to to some doctor or some more therapy, because I don't want to waste any more money. That visiting doctor costs a lot of money. It almost costs like $1,000 per visit. So yeah, so I'm losing like several $1,000s already. So I mean, just losing a $7,000 just because of a stupid reason. Hopefully you change from this. Hopefully I change. Or if you go through what I'm going, you have to change, man. Before it's too late. Right now, I am not doing very well, right? I know that lately I've been struggling, to walk or even run. Yeah, like at some point you just have to stop if you know something isn't right. So I don't know what the doctor's gonna suggest me, like get MRI, ultrasound, or all that stuff. I go do all the tests, and everything it's gonna come back normal. I guarantee you now. Now, it looks like my muscle. Yeah, that sometimes happens. Sometimes your body gets really upset at you, and it can like quit on you. It can, and that's true. You know, I'm not lying about it. And people told me too, so that has to be valid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know I sound upset right now because like this has to be clearly be my fault. Clearly. I mean, I can pay all those bills if I want to, but I'm using insurance, so yeah, yeah, maybe somebody will like watch this video and also like not like video, but probably use this video as an evidence for me to pay all the bill using coming out of my pocket, right? But yeah, if I have to pay all these bills out of my pocket, then I have to stop. Then I have to change myself, for sure. Because I cannot afford a few $1,000s just to pay for this, stupid injuries and stuff. Doctor visits, right? I'm glad I get done early so I can get like over with, so I can feel less stress. That's all. That's the one thing I like, getting appointment done early is that now I get over with it. So yeah. Sorry I've been looking around stuff, but I'm just speechless, man. I just cannot believe what happened. This is the reason why you don't injure yourself. So now let me compare the injuries, between a muscle torn and a blood clot and my injury. So if you're a muscle torn in, you won't be you have very hard time moving. You will always feel constantly pain, but the pain will heal on its own, but it takes a very long time. Like I don't know how many months. But for a blood clot, you'll be able to feel like bruising. Not even like not even having a blue skin, on your tissues, right? So when you sprain your muscle, I mean, you should just go back to, normal within like a week or a few days if you take good care of yourself, like massage your muscle and all stuff. I think that was my case. I think I sprained my muscle, but the MRI and the ultrasound or other tests, they will not show you. And if it still hurt, it gotta be the muscle sprain, or the muscle just got fatigue. Yeah, that happens too. So this is why the doctor suggests me that I need to do more stretching, and I mean, I do stretching, but maybe not enough. I'll tell you like how long I stretch, every time before I run. So I only stretch about like 5 minutes, which I don't think it's good enough. People do warm up like 10 or 20 minutes even before they run. So yeah, I mean, professionals, like I said, doctors and sport and coach, they will definitely know like if I face this injury, they definitely know what type of injury it is, and they say that they probably don't need me to visit a doctor. And if I know a coach, that's a mistake, he'll probably save me a few $1,000s and even a lot of times and stuff. So I just waste all these time for nothing, bro. Nothing. Nothing got out of it. Well, it's good for doctor, they make money, but now I'm losing, money and losing time compensating it. But yeah, man. But hopefully, this should wake me up at least. Telling me, I'm not heading in the right direction, right? Before furthering destroying my reputation and stuff, before destroying my future. So now my future will look bleak, if I stay as it is, if I change to be better, then the future will only depend on like what I do right now, not in the past, right? But yeah, man. Well, now I understand like why first time I visit doctor. Now why he said that I need to first stretch, right, before I do any other activity. If I use my arm, use my leg, or whatever that is, right? Yeah, like you can physically look me seeing like there's no problem, but it's the internal problem. And even the internal problem is not the problem. But yeah, I don't want to talk too long in this video, and maybe I should make a video of me, saying that why I need to change myself now, but I already repeat that in the video, but I don't think I should mention that anymore. Because what does it do good, What if I don't change? What does it do good, right? Look, man, I think I know what to do now. So, yeah, I have to make, these type of decisions, on my own, because eventually I will be on my own. People just cannot make it for me, all the time, because what if it doesn't, fit my feeling, or what if it's, wrong, right? So yeah, man. So yeah, just before I end this video, I have to repeat again, like, if you know you're doing something wrong, just try this. You have to stop it right away. Because it's not going to do you any better. You have to do the right things, right? Like I said, man, facts over feeling, right? Yeah, just do, what is correct. What is wrong, don't do it. That's all. See you later in this video, and bye.